Hey campers, Jeffrey with CH Waltz Outdoor and RV in Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania, the wonderful, beautiful Pine Creek area. And wow, let's talk about another great Thrive from Winnebago, the 25 RLS. This just came in here, and what a great layout. I'm really super excited to show you the inside, but let's start with the exterior. Again, this beautiful nose, big windshield. This little strip of light from here to the top lights up. It's a really nice accent lighting. It's not overly bright. I don't think it's going to attract a ton of bugs. I just think it's a great look. Even while driving, I think from a safety perspective is great. Power tongue jack. You're going to get a battery disconnect system. As we walk around here to the side, just to get this view of the side, it looks great. It looks nice, clean, simple, fully functional. Take notice too, solid composite steps on each doorway. You don't see that with every other RV company. So Winnebago with the Thrive is not skimping. They're not cutting any corners. When we look at these big doors, look how nice and thick they are. They got the big slam latch hitches, magnetic catch, ample storage. Winnebago's still hitting it really good with the pass-through storage with the heat source. So here again, below your head during those maybe cooler temperature times, you don't have cold air in here. The other great thing is they have electric stabilizer jacks. It's going to come with the 200-watt solar panel standard on the roof with the 30-amp control panel and the pass-through storage. Like I said, we've got two doors, two big grab handles, two solid type steps. These are the newer ones you're seeing on the market. They're really great. They're the composite made. They're much more lightweight, so that's a great feature. The other ones weren't heavy, but these are just lighter, which is even good. But they're just as rigid and sturdy too at the same point. And the other thing I was saying on another video I want to reiterate on this one is I think this is really going to be dog friendly or pet friendly. It's a bigger, wider step. It feels better. I can tell you in the wet, I get even better traction than on the aluminum tread. So the RV industry with these is really nailing it. I'm super impressed with that. As we walk down the side, take a look at those great aluminum wheels. They're not on Goodyears, but they are on a really nice tire. The Maxxis is a nice, good, dependable tire. They're using the on-demand hot water, keeping the speakers low, which I really like. Here again, this is a seamless J-wrap, so you're not seeing all those screw holes and things holding in a J-wrap. Everything just looks nice, clean, and simple. I don't have it lit up, but you have a single blade light that lights up underneath the awning. Let's check out the back of the camper. If we look at the back of the 25 RLS, you'll take notice of this big window that's really going to let a lot of nice interior, being able to see, sitting in the interior, see how it's going to really like that. Standard features with this are going to be a roof ladder, so that way you can get up and do a lot of roof inspections and checks out on that. You're going to see that it has the wireless backup camera prepped. As we work our way down, I like these nice big vertical LED brake light, tail light, and reverse lights. This is a 30-amp camper, but this camper also comes with two ACs, a 13.5K AC in the main living area and an 8K AC to work in tandem in the bedroom, but it still works off 30 amps. So this camper is going to cool to the nth degree off those two ACs, and I love that it only works on 30 amps. You have a 2-inch receiver that's standard, and that'll handle 250 pounds. So throw on those electric bikes or a cargo rack, you're going to haul a lot. Let's check out the inside. Lots of excitement in there. All right, now that we're inside the 25 RLS Thrive, I guess the first thing I really wanted to highlight was on the back end, because this isn't any new design. They haven't reinvented the wheel on this model, but they've added their own touch, and what they've added is excellent. So what you get with this kind of situation, a camper model layout, is these big windows back here. It just lightens everything up, and it's nice if you're stuck here on a rainy day and you're sitting around. You just get to enjoy so much of still nature outside, and that's hard to do on some campers. This one, it is not. The other cool thing about a camper like this, and I'll show you in a minute, is that this lays completely flat. So if you have guests that are over, especially adults, two adults could lay on this and be comfortable. It's not like laying on a mattress, but lengthwise, widthwise, still could be very comfortable. Some other cool things to highlight is they do all the above cabinetry. I really like that. They put these on separate switches, so the recessed lighting that Thrive's doing is really cool. Real birch hardwood, faces. Some other cool things is back here, not that you're going to see it, but there is an inner storage compartment down there. And then what they did on the front to use the storage is they gave you two shelf units. You also notice that just above those shelving units is an outlet for power and for USB-C hookups. When we spin around and we look over here, this is where they put the converter here again behind storage. I really like that. That is hidden, and it also helps calm down when the converter fan's running. It helps keep that noise down. Not that that's ever really too loud, but some people think it is. Here's another outlet, which is your GFI. I like that that's right in the door, so if something trips and it's outside and you want to reset it, it's easy to do. If we look up here on our control panels, you're going to notice they come with the JBL sound system, interior and exterior speakers. And then here's your major control panels for slide outs, lights, what your gauges of your tanks are going to read. So I want to just take a couple of seconds to show you what this table can do. One, there's a release lever that you can push it in and out. So if you wanted a little bit more gap to sit, whether to pull the table up to you, or if like me, you probably want a little bit more room, you can pull it in and out. I think that's a great feature. And then also, as long as I can find it here with my fingers, there's another button, and that just easily puts this up and down. I'll show you what it looks like in a second with all the cushions around. Something I want to highlight though is look at this big sturdy pole. You know, it just, I'm not saying it can't wobble, but there's just so much more resistance there and rigidity, you know, getting in and out than what you normally have with RV tables. So I think Winnebago knocked it out of the park with that design. I'm going to come right back and show you what this looks like now. And I mean, talk about a view. No, just joking. But in all seriousness, I guess I wanted to climb up on here with this down. I'm not that tall of a guy. I'm only like 5'7", 5'8". But as you can see, without even moving these cushions out of the way, I have plenty of room. So I think even a 6-foot adult could easily lay here. I mean, we don't all generally lay like boards. We typically pull up a little bit. So I just wanted to show you that really this makes a nice sleeping area, whether it's grandkids, older teenagers, adults that come over and would spend the night here and there. As I'm down here getting ready to get up, one last feature to show you is they really went over the top and built on these nice sliders. And these are nice heavy-duty drawers. I mean, it's not dovetail like your kitchen, but still very nice, heavily done. It isn't chintzy. And I like that it slides in nice and easy, and I also like that it locks, so if you are traveling, the door kind of opens and this doesn't slide and just things go berserk, because, you know, roads are bumpy. So let's check out the rest of the camper. So we're going to start at a nice ample 12-volt refrigerator. This is like pretty much every other refrigerator in the market, and it's probably right in that 10.5 cubic foot, so plenty of storage for ice cream and other things. We have our thermostat here, and then the other thing to point out, if you come over here and look, is your pantry. And on the bottom, they have two nice slide-out drawers. Here again, really nice drawers, really nice slides. You can tell that they're heavy-duty slides. All the doors in the camper are soft close. We have some accent lighting switch there. I think that highlights this area nicely. When we look in here, lots of storage. And when I first looked at it, I was kind of like, why didn't they put a shelf there? But when I move over here and you look to that side, they put a shelf here. And really, when you think about it, not everything we have is this tall. Some things are this tall. So having an open shelf like that is actually pretty nice. When we pull open this drawer, they're giving the silverware tray on the slider. That's a standard Thrive thing. And then the other cool thing is having your, whether waste and recycle or both, one or the other. I really like that feature. You are now getting the oven on the Thrive. And when we look over here, we have a nice big smart TV, more storage, more soft pull drawers, and also a nice electric fireplace. Let's check out that bathroom. All right, folks, so here we are doing a potty check. This is probably going to be the only thing I critique Winnebago on this particular Thrive model with, because it really is a great camper. Traditionally, on campers with a walk-through bathroom like this, you have plenty of space, and as you can see, this does have plenty of space. But when I'm sitting here, not so much, because I'm right up against the shower. And I don't understand with this much room why Winnebago wouldn't have just taken this toilet and shifted it a little bit, so maybe you would have been sitting more like this and had more room. I think it still would have had plenty of access room and not been in the way of the walk-through part of it when someone's not occupying it, obviously. So Winnebago, get better, do something differently. And here again, we just want to be open and show you the good and bads with things as we find them. One thing to positively give you, and I don't know if everybody looked at this as positive, but as I sit here, if this door was open, I mean, what a great view if you're looking at the right thing with that front windshield that you could have right from your potty. All right, getting into the shower. 6'8" ceilings. The skylight's in the right spot. It's a big skylight, so if you are a taller guy or woman, for that matter, easily can fit in here. This gives you 5 extra additional inches of height in the shower area. I like over here that there's a little cubby hole, maybe for some hand towels, different things like that. It's not a full-on linen closet, but they utilize space. A nice hook here. Here's for your on-demand water system and your separate switch for in the bathroom here. As we look over, you're going to see here's your linen closet, your dedicated linen closet with nice cupboards, shelves, and the doors are really nice here against soft close. Have a nice electrical hookup here. Your medicine cabinet is really nice and big, and I might add, they did put a great job with these lights right here, because not only does it focus in this area, but lights up this medicine cabinet nicely. One-piece fiberglass countertop, just like in the kitchen, nice faucet design, and then you have a little bit more storage down here. So, great job aside from the potty placement. Let's check out the bedroom. Starting the bedroom, the first thing you were sawing was the 8K AC unit. So that's operated in tandem with the one in the main living area. Has an Olympic queen bed, which is 66 by 80. So it really is almost a full king bed. That window up front, oh my gosh, talk about the natural light. And it does have a nice blackout blind, but really looks great. All the storage, cabinets, cupboards, pull drawers like a dresser, places to put things like your like your phone or a clock or something like that. CPAP, that shelf right there with the electrical hookup is just excellent. There is below the bed storage, and your pass-through storage is separated here again, just to kind of make things like better for the winter camping months. But they do a really great job, and I love the separate entrance because even if it's just really nice fall weather like it is today, you can have extra airflow through here. It actually offers more additional light. And they have a really nice slider door to separate the rooms, which I think was a great idea too. Alright, we're going to end things like I normally like to end them when we have recliners, and this one does. And actually, really cool, they had a special collection of furniture made just for the Thrive. So even your fabric to this is by an Apex design. Really nice. It's a very nice finish, easy to wipe up. And here again, has a nice cool feel to it. I like not sitting in sun that feels hot. A little bit unconventional, where most have the pull, which sometimes can be a little aggravating trying to get your finger down there. They put the full handle right here and here, so I like that. That's really nice and convenient, and it's very comfortable. I like that I'm just chilling out, looking at the TV. We have great campside windows with this camper that I started to talk about, and it really is awesome. We got our electric fireplace for supplemental heat. Those one-piece fiberglass countertops are just, they nailed it. So sleek, easy to clean up, and they just look really good. I guess about the only thing I wouldn't recommend, and I don't know this for a fact, but I don't think they'd be good using as a cutting board. They'd probably leave marks, but so you use a cutting board. We do mostly anyways in campers. So just to go over some specs, some basic specs of this camper. It is going to be a total length from one end to the other of 30 foot 2 inches. So that's great, because that keeps you in that 30 foot and under, which just is great for a lot of state park, national park camping, and even just camping in general, keep you into being able to get in and out of sites easier. It has a 19 total foot awning, so 19 foot. Interior height again is 6 foot 8 inches. You have a 60-gallon freshwater tank. You have a 49-gallon black water tank, 49-gallon gray water tank. This is 8,800 pounds gross vehicle weight rating, and the dry weight's going to come in right at 6,400 pounds. So you got a lot of carrying capacity if you want. This also makes this camper very towable for some mid-size SUVs. I think you're really pushing it on that. But if you got into that full SUV, full-size SUV, or you did a half-ton truck, this camper is going to be perfectly mated with a vehicle like that, and it's going to tow it with ease. It is an 8 foot wide body, but here again, you're not towing something really big and heavy down the road with you. It offers a lot of living space for not being a big camper. Here again, that dinette, I think they nailed it because it looks great. It's very functional. Can sit adults if you had like a car night because it was raining outside. It really does such a great job. So I think you're going to want to see this one in person as well. I mean, honestly, Winnebago with this Thrive, they're just nailing it. Everybody's just really, it's been anticipated, but they have nailed it on the Thrive. Like I said, my only critique was that toilet, and maybe they'll end up fixing that. So other than that, I'm going to really look forward to hearing from you. I'm sure you'll see more pictures on the link. Go to our website, check things out, give me an email, give me a call. Until then, we'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Again, Jeff at CH Waltz Outdoor and RV. See you soon, campers.